Algorithm shut down, so we're continuing the storylines in Over the Hill RP. That is all.
Miss B. Hello.
Hi.
I was telling Mr. Sedona I need to meet with both of y'all. I can do it together, but it's up to you, or I can do it separate.
I'm fine with talking around him.
Okay. All right. Let's go back here to the office real quick. I know y'all are busy.
Sorry. Couldn't help it. I think it's office 2.
Do what? Oh, yeah.
Your office 2, right? Okay.
Yeah. There we go. Y'all pull up a seat. I've been looking at all the video, and I just want to say I absolutely hate that you had to go through that. We are going to get him convicted. I'm going to go for the maximum, which is 120 months. I think it should be more, especially with the charge he has, but I'm bound to only get the 120 months, but I'm going to ask for solitary confinement, being that he did somehow get a phone and reached out to you guys. Let me look at my notes here. I did have a couple of questions.
Can I make a personal request?
Yes, ma'am.
I've been seeking the death penalty from the very beginning.
Okay.
And I would like to try to push that as best we can, because to be honest, if he somehow is acquitted and is back on the streets, I will never feel safe ever again.
Right. I'm not sure who I would need to talk to. I was under the assumption after the meeting last night. I mean, that's fine with me. The charges and everything that he's got against him in his priors, I have no problem going for that. I just need to find out. I don't know if it would be talking to the judge or the district attorney to see if that's an option. But I have no problem finding that out. I mean, we are going to slam the whole door on this guy. Now, according to what I've seen, bail was denied, and he's still in prison. As far
Correct.
as I know. Okay. I do have a meeting with the chief of police tomorrow around 3. I've asked Mr. Pico for a meeting. He said that was fine, but he has not returned my messages to set that up. I'm hoping to have that done this weekend, and I'm also going to try to speak with Mr. Carter as well. I've also
Bring your bulletproof vest.
Oh, no doubt. Yeah, this seems like a real winner, and this city would be way better off without him. After the videos that I've seen, I have reached out to some gentlemen to see if I can get his police record from Algorithm 1.0, because there's nothing showing in 2.0 other than his vehicles. It says he has no convictions, priors, so I'm waiting to get an answer to see if I can get that information. Because when we slam the door on this guy, we're going to bring so much evidence, they're going to put him under the jail. But I will find out about the death penalty.
Thank you.
No problem. Let me see. Let me look over my notes here. I'm sorry. Okay. This might be a question you know or don't know. And if you don't, that's fine. he was sentenced to life in prison. Was that, do you know, was that through a trial or who sentenced him?
To my recollection, once it was once it was found out that I had the restraining order against him and that he took me hostage at the Vinewood Bowl and tried to publicize an execution there, that plus all the other convictions he had leading up to that point led to PD giving him life in prison. I don't
Okay, so
think he
it
had a trial
wasn't
to
done.
get it.
Go ahead, I'm sorry.
Yeah, it wasn't done by trial. He was just sentenced by PD.
Oh, okay. I was not aware that that is something they could do. Okay, okay. Um, so I seen where he received no bail, and I'm going to confirm, but like I said, he should be still in prison. I'm going to try to find out. Has he, uh, after the clips that you sent me, has he reached out to you in any sort of way?
No, the only thing that I have yet to get to you, I don't know if it would be feasible or if it would make sense. Shortly afterwards, I want to say maybe about a month ago, in the old city, there was an instance in which I was taken hostage by two individuals, and one of them clearly said to me that I was supposed to throw the trial against Flex Carter, but they recognized the error of their ways when I told them that I can't throw the trial because I'm the victim. I'm not even involved. So once
Right.
that was revealed, I managed to escape. And then later on, someone else held me against my will. And it was relayed to me that that person held me against my will because Flex Carter had put another hit out on my life. But I
So
don't know.
you've been kidnapped three times.
Yes.
Okay. Was all three in 1.0 or was only the two in 1.0 and this latest one in at Vine at 2.0?
No, everything was in the old city. Nothing has happened to
Okay.
me in the new city.
Okay. I'm just making notes here, so bear with me.
If you wish to see that video, I do have it as
Yes.
well.
Yes, I would. Kidnapped. So when at the first clip that you sent me, when he just, when it all kind of went south on Tweedle, was that before all three kidnappings?
Yes. The first clip was yeah, the Tweedle how it started, random.
Okay.
And then he waited for me because there was a lot of time between the tweets and him actually holding me hostage at the Vinewood Bowl. It was about 2 or 3 weeks in between those tweets.
Okay. So to put it in order, the one that happened at the Vinewood Bowl, was that the second kidnapping? Because I know you were kidnapped a third time by a guy named Mark after the bond hearing.
Yes, the Vinewood Bowl would be the first instance. That would be after I had my gun license and after I had the restraining order. I filed the restraining order after the tweets with him threatening to kill me.
Okay. Just bear with me. I'm making notes here. Okay. So I take it the kidnapping by this guy Mark after the bond hearing was the third time.
No, Mark taking me was the second time.
Okay.
Because yeah, he took me at the Vinewood Bowl. He was sentenced to the 999s, and then he had the bond hearing. After the bond hearing, Mark took me to the prison to see him. Yes.
Right. Okay. This guy's got some, excuse my language, some balls about him. Let's see. Bear with me. Okay. All right. So let me just go back over what I've got so far. So You were kidnapped 3 times in 1.0. The first time was at Vinewood. The second time was by a gentleman named Mark after the bond hearing. And then there was a third time that you're going to send me the clip to.
Yes, and in the third clip, I don't know if you want to count it as 2 in 1, but in this third clip, I had been taken twice. Yes.
Okay, so 2 separate times in the third clip.
Yes.
So it's actually 4 times that you were kidnapped by Mr. Carter or one of his associates.
4 times, technically, yes. However,
Okay.
the third one, which is going to be shown to you in this next clip, I am unsure if they directly worked with Mr. Carter. I mean, you can listen for yourself.
Okay.
I was just...
I mean, it's awful coincidence. I mean, you can almost draw a conclusion, which I know you can't do in open court, but I mean, they had to be associated with them. I mean, do you have any other people that would want to kidnap you? I'm speaking in reference of the third video. In your opinion, do you think it could be anybody besides somebody that Mr. Carter directed to do so?
I definitely think Mr. Carter directs a lot of things. I was very surprised to see at the bond hearing that he had a lot of supporters. There's actually a underground growing network of Free Flex Carter.
Yeah, that's what I mean, that doesn't surprise me. One thing that I'm going to ask the chief of police is that at this trial, we're going to definitely have extra security with somebody posted directly at your side. Let me see. I have some other questions. I don't want to give the defense attorney any reason, which if I don't know if Mr. Pico is good, I know at the bond, he seemed to be intoxicated. He seemed to be like he didn't know what he was doing. So I'm not trying to give him any reason to come after you, which he probably will do from his defense because this is pretty blatant, open and shut case. When he had you at Vinewood, it was clear that he had I think it was a combination of he had some kind of sexual twist. He was into you. And also, it was clear he was very adamant about getting your boyfriend, James, here. So my question to you, James, and I'm not looking to go after you for anything criminally. We're just trying to get this guy put away. So please understand when I'm asking these questions, I'm not trying to, this is attorney-client privilege. It's between us. But what was his reason, in your opinion, that he was insistent that he wanted you there, and not only there, but at first, before he just blatantly went back on his word, he wanted you handcuffed and brought to him?
I have no clue.
Okay, so you have no idea if there was any kind of beef other than maybe he thought if he eliminated you, he could have Miss B for himself, correct?
Probably.
Okay, fair enough. Do you know Miss B? If you don't, that's fine. Was there a particular reason after the shooting went down that the officer transported 3 of you guys together instead of transporting Mr. Carter separately and you guys separately? Do you know why that they would do that?
If I had to take a guess, it would be to clear the scene as quickly as possible. Mr. Carter did want to publicize whatever he wanted to do at the Vinewood Bowl.
Right.
And I do recall him telling me that he thought other people was watching. So there could have been a strong possibility that he had other enemies and they knew he was at the Vinewood Bowl. It's just to prevent something from escalating into something more crazier.
Well,
that would be my guess.
Okay, I'll ask the chief because when they took you guys out to the car, there was 3 total police vehicles there. So I'm not sure why they would transfer you guys all together. And I would advise you, if he sends any tweets in the future, do not answer them just let me know that he's reached out to you. So yeah, that
Hold on,
second
hold on,
video.
hold on. You want me to not
Okay.
respond on Twitter?
Well, it's not that I don't want you to respond. I'm looking at the fact I don't want to give the defense anything that they can put back on. So what I was going to do is basically show that he was reaching out from prison. He shouldn't have had a phone. It was sending you all of these disgusting and threatening tweets to a phone he didn't have to. He reached out and was harassing you. So that's what I mainly want. Is
Okay,
all of the tweets. Yeah.
Okay, I can compile that. I will do my best to not respond to any tweets. You're asking a very difficult thing of me, but I will do my best.
You have to think of the end game. Before this trial happens, we're not trying to give him anything his defense can use. Not that the evidence is overwhelming, but number one, he's not worth you responding to. He's a piece of crap, and we're not giving the defense any kind of ammunition to come after you, because I'm sure if Mr. Pico is a decent attorney, he's going to try to turn this around on you in some way. And we don't want that to happen. Do you know when he in Vinewood, when he had you with the gun pointed, you're cuffed, you're on your knees, the police did show up. Do you know how the police got called or how they were informed? How they knew to come to where you were at?
PD. Yeah, he took my picture and he posted it on Twitter, and he told them that I think he said drop all the warrants or I'm going to die. Or no, he said for my next performance this doctor is going to die. That was what he said. I like your watch, babe. It's very sparkly.
Okay, so I did see in the video where Mr. Carter made a call to James from prison and threatened the lives of James and Miss B. Or James, do you have any video of that call by any chance?
No, I don't.
Okay. If it happens to come out in court that the defense attorney asked you what was the reason why you went up there, you might want to have a response ready if you say just to talk, because if you've been kidnapped 3 times, and I'm not saying or implying anything, but he might ask you, if you were so distraught from being kidnapped, why would you want to talk to him? So you might want to keep that in the back of your head if that's something he asks you. When I'm me.
Would it?
Yeah, go ahead.
No, I was going to say, would me saying, well, didn't you tweet and ask me to come see you?
Yeah, that's fine. And if he starts badgering, I will definitely get out an objection. I'm not going to let the defense attorney make this into, trying to blame. Okay, so just to reiterate, and I do see also that I'm going to bring up that he threatened to kill you in front of several officers at the police department. I
do also believe that led to the reason why he got life in prison.
Well, that's good, because if I'm going to have to, I'm not, like I said, I'm going to have to talk to the judge or the district attorney to see if the death penalty is even something possible. I don't know. The meeting we had last night, they seemed to be adamant that maximum sentence was going to be 120 years, 120 years. The conversations outside the hospital about the ice cream, which mint chocolate is disgusting. No offense. I just felt like
Sir, you were doing so superb.
I know, but I feel them on the mint chocolate. Just saying.
See,
okay.
And look what happened.
Butter pecan, yes, sir. So I get down with that.
Need to relax and rest. Thank you.
Unless I can get him to just plea out to 120 years, which I doubt he'll do that. I will not. I am not. If they try to plea bargain, we're not going to do that just because the evidence.
How many convictions he got? Don't he got
Do
like 400 convictions?
I think so. I think it might be more than that, but I'm waiting for the gentleman, the higher ups, to see if they can go back in 1.0 and pull those records, because that'll be something else I can throw at.
If
I
he got
know
like
based.
400 or 500 conviction, so do you think that should be like life in prison?
It should be life in prison without parole. I don't know if they're going to want to do the death penalty because, and I'm not making the situation any less egregious to you, Miss B, than it already is. But there wasn't any murder involved, just kidnapping, which is bad enough. But I'll have to talk to the DA and the.
He critically injured James at the Vinewood Bowl.
Right. No. I'm okay with giving him the death penalty. But I have to speak with the judge, or life without parole.
Yeah.
I know you want the death penalty, and that's what I can promise you. That's what I can go for. But
I would like to plead my case, because as long as he is alive, he'll have goons out there continuously coming for me and somehow trying to finance their pockets to bring me to him.
Right.
I don't want this.
Well, okay.
They may deny it, but I still want to push it. They're going to have to deny it to my face.
Okay. Well, before we do that, let me talk with the district attorney and the judge to see what are the options. And then if it's not what we're wanting, then we'll schedule a meeting with the DA and the judge so you can complete your case. Let's just take it one step at a time. We don't want to put the cart before the horse, because I may go to the DA and the judge and they might say, yes, we can go for the death penalty. It would definitely set a precedence, which wouldn't be a bad thing for the community. But I have to have those conversations before, because they might say it's okay, but we want to, let me find out first, and we'll go from there. We're gonna try. I mean, he's definitely going to be guilty, but we're going to try to get the death penalty as long as the law, the way it's written, and I am not aware of that. I'm not sure, so I need to find that out first.
Fine.
But I got you. We're gonna get this taken care of. Is the restraining order still in place?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Did you have any questions for me?
I do want you to be careful. In the latest video I will send you, there is a possibility that Flexington Carter has a high-ranking PD officer in his pocket. So.
Okay. All right. Do you have any idea who that might be? Okay.
But
well, if you get any new information, if you get any new information, let me know. If he reaches out to you by phone, make sure you record it. If he tweets out to you and you respond, just keep in mind of the words, because it could end up in court, and we don't want to give them. My goal is to not only get him the electric chair, if I can do that, but the lawyer's going to come after you, his lawyer. I don't want you to get him any fuel to do that. Because I don't know if Mr. Pico is a good lawyer, but I know from what I've seen at the bond hearing, this should not be a problem to get this conviction.
Okay, I'll do my best.
And maximum security?
Well, I'm going to go for maximum security and solitary confinement.
I mean, if he's death penalty, then yeah, we take that.
Yeah, I would like the death penalty first and foremost. If not, I will deal with life. But, I mean... Okay. Well,
we don't want you to do that. We want you to feel safe. So, when we get done here, I'll reach out to the judge and send her an email, see if I can't find that out, and I will let you know. And if there's anything else you can think of, feel free to reach out. You or James, either one. The trial's going to be on the 22nd, which is 2 weeks from yesterday. So I want to make sure we have all our ducks in a row and then we're going to go in there and we are going to drop the hammer of justice, on his ass. So don't worry, we'll get it handled. Okay.
Okay.
All right. If y'all need anything else, let me know. I appreciate y'all meeting with me. And I'll talk to you guys soon.
Thank you. Oh, I got the locks on my office fixed, babe.
Thanks.
Aww. You need to go home and lay down and wrap up.
That's all I've been doing.
Okay.